Brian Seaman lucky to be alongside Chauncey Billups and Corey Maggette. Clippers and Grizzlies, we are underway. The ball jabbed out of bounds. His last 15, just 5 of 26 from above the arc. Here's a good look at Paul George. The floater down the lane is good, and the Clippers strike first.
It's good to see him get aggressive.
When you have your heart and soul on the floor and Patrick Beverley, it changed the whole dynamic of the team.
Clippers out in front 5-2. Leonard picked up by his one-time teammate Anderson, knocks down the mid-range shot. A great start for the Clippers. They're 3 for 4.
Lisa Zubac is doing a phenomenal job pushing Valanciunas out of his space, which allows Paul George to finish with authority.
Guys that are pretty much leaders. I mean, Pat Bev and what he can do. You look at him offensively right there. Nice play made for.
Midway through the first quarter, great speed and pace for the Clippers. Morris waits on the three, pulls the trigger and rips the cords. Clippers by 10. Lou Williams back out there for Doc Rivers. Here's Leonard in attack mode. To the cup! Oh, a soaring southpaw spike! And the Clippers lead 16-4. For 11 to open up. Deflection inside. Leonard Larceny. Here come the Clippers. Leonard doesn't have numbers. Leonard doesn't care. To the rim! To find the chemistry and find their groove. So far, so good here today. DeAndre Melton, local kid, rises in the mid-range and knocks it in. Memphis on the season, by the way, 6-21 when they trail by 10. Oh, it's all systems go for Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers. Counted on a foul.
First quarter or early second quarter and let him continue to go to work.
Steal by Leonard. Flush by Leonard. And it is a highlight house here in the first quarter. Jang misses Morris. Lobs it ahead to Montrez, who was just checked in and lays it in. Comes off the screen from Harrell on the prowl. Seductive ball fake. Steps through a pair of defenders like they're saloon doors and lays it in. He's found a bit of a groove here for Memphis. Has played maybe a handful of games. Trez into the paint. The floater is good, and the beat goes on for the Clippers. The two teams trade air balls. Gorgie Jang blocked from behind by one-time Grizzly JaMychal Green. Clippers have numbers if they push. Jackson around the defense to the cup and lays it in. What a first quarter for the Clippers.
And his bag right there, that was very nice. And the finish, to be able to finish as well.
Deflection, Leather Larceny, and once again the Clippers on the run. Jackson to Lou for three. 35-9, Clippers out in front.
Team practically cannot get beat.
You know what? It's also on Doc Rivers, right? Right away, you saw in the beginning of the game that Doc Rivers ran those plays for Paul George.
He's favored.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
And I mean it like he might be right. Morant down the lane, hangs inside and lays it in.
I know you will.
You're a savant.
Shamet for three. He's a savant from distance, and the Clippers lead 40-14. I was just there to keep the conversation flowing.
Oh, okay,
all right.
Rule
and all of this. How about Reggie Jackson as we quickly change the topic?
It's no lag back. And so it's important that now, when you have a healthy lineup, you can get buckets at will.
Lou Williams out-rivals Anderson, lobs it to Trez, takes it to the house, and he shakes the Southland, flushing it in with two.
Have a head-to-head matchup like that, it just means a little more. It just does.
Morant rises from the mid-range and knocks it in.
One way with young school, then you go back old school when Lou Williams using the same movement, fading to his left.
Morant shakes free of the defense, back-to-back buckets for the rookie.
Three-point shot, he'd be one of the deadliest players in the league.
Yeah, and he will. He's a worker. I mean, talking to Brevin Knight and some of the coaching staff, one of my, yes.
Not replace what Patrick Beverley does for this Clippers squad. If they want to get to where they want to go, Pat Beverley is going to have many, many pages in that index. Here is a feed inside to Montrez.
30-point difference in the game.
Morant to Brooks, soaring down the lane, challenged by Zubac, misses, rebound tapped up and in. Morant slinks his way down the lane, takes the elevator to the top floor, timeout Clippers.
Two, and in Eastern Conference, you got to give him a lot of credit, as well as the Boston Celtics and Brad Stevens.
They also lost Danny Green. Let's not forget about that. Another champion. And veteran leadership. Yeah, that was a big-time piece as well.
One of the best basketball minds in the business, Hubie Brown.
Oh, man, the legend.
Leonard, buck going up, counted and a foul. He'll strut to the stripe for the old-fashioned three-point play.
You improve on your free throw shooting from 70% to 80+%, you'll be at 20 points more in the league. So from taking the advice from those two Hall of Famers, they kind of tricked officials in the game.
Morris with 7.
Job, man. Amazing job.
I appreciate that, Chauncey. This is coming from
Looking at you like you probably should have said that. Like, he didn't get that from you. He just got it from me.
Morris, you want to say something nice too?
You know, it's funny, Chauncey. My first year here with the Clippers was Corey's last year. You know how many times he talked to me?
By going to the back of the plane and really introducing myself to everyone on the plane.
Never
and I might have missed you. That means that you've probably been to the bathroom. I don't know what you were doing, and I didn't get a chance to speak to you because...
Valanciunas bounces into Morant, and he takes it to the house for points 11 and 12. 24 minutes. George to Beverly. Catch and shoot 3. Got it. So good from above the arc after a slow start.
A guy trying to get downhill, and they play good defense. You got a guy you know can make it in the corner.
Leonard lays it in for points 22 and 23. Down Trays. Clippers by 30. Anderson with a hand in his face. Puts it home. Kyle Anderson now with 6. Brooks has it for Memphis. Jackson a transition 3. Knocks it in. Josh Jackson cuts the lead down to 27.
Y'all got to get that sun on there.
I don't think I've mentioned Zion's name all night.
You did. You just talked about him.
I said Zion. Ignores the screen from Zubac. Finds an open Morris. Drives to the rack, bouncing off defenders and lays it in.
It's amazing to see Marcus Morris
on the play that way.
Jackson corner 3. Zubac was there. Jackson knocks it in.
Setting hard brick screens that allows his offensive teammates to get going as Pat Beverly hits that 3. Kawhi Leonard coming off their high pick and roll.
Beverly's first game since February 5th. Oh my, Morant lays it in. 16 for him. Singly covered. Into the paint, fades, fires, and fills it up. 25 for Kawhi. Jackson gets the ball. Melton, dodging defenders. Feeds inside, and Jackson lays it in coming off the bench.
Needs to take 2 more steps out to guard you, to defend you.
Well, I agree with you there, Corey. I mean, his shot isn't broken, but that's his level. That's his next level.
It's up the 3, and Brooks comes away with the loose ball. Melton for 3. Nothing but blue shirts inside, and the tap up is good for the Grizzlies. Crowd was electric. Now, it may or may not have had something to do with Kawhi Leonard returning to Canada as Montrez returns the cup and lays it in, counted in a foul.
With your team and understand if it's a blow-by, you can get in a position to get those blocks, and Trez has done it.
Valanciunas throws it down after the miss. Here's the 3. And slow-mo, Kyle Anderson gets back, surrounded by defenders, hands to Conchar, who lays it in. Shamet bounces to Trez, dodging defenders and lays it in. Montrez Harrell with 22.
Nice pass right there by Landry Shamet.
Clippers by 30, have led by as many as 35. Lou in the corner for 3. Reggie Jackson on a 10-day contract.
Corey, do you know where Dusty Hannis went to school at? And pretty much every team that I was on, man, it's such an unbelievable opportunity that you want to try to give that dude a real opportunity to try to impress, even if it's not for your team.
114 to 82. Clippers out in front. Corky Jang inside, lays it in. Now Patterson tries his luck. Ball finds JaMychal Green already with a couple of 3s. Give him a hat trick, and JaMychal Green officially puts the candles on the cake. Got even tougher, but it's been a tough road for them all season long, and they have over-delivered from day 1. Bell for 3.
And you know, just talking about Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, right.
The buzzer sounds. Doc Rivers has to feel good, not just from the win, but from the way his team played. He was asked about Paul George and